Hey,
Hello.
Claire.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't mind telling the listeners we didn't record one last week because I wasn't so well. And
Right.
that kind of has led into the word I would like to explore today,
Cool.
which is procrastination.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, there's a lot on that word, isn't there?
That's an
Just wait.
understatement.
Can we talk about this word next week?
Yeah. No, no, week after.
Yeah. Oh, there's okay. Well, I'll start here. That it's one of those words that has been built up into a thing. Oh, it's procrastination. I'm procrastinating. I always procrastinate. How I see it is there's something to do or not to do. I can see how this is going to go all over the place. There's something to do or not to do because maybe it's needed, maybe it's not. But there's something, I'm going to speak personally, of course. There's something before me, and I'm thinking about it in such a way. I'm not thinking about the thing. I'm really not thinking about I'm not getting present to the actual thing. What I'm present to is my thinking about, oh my gosh, I don't know how. It's going to take so long. Where do I start? I can't do this. Let me look. This is a really good one for me. Let me look how to do it the right way. Wait a minute. Let me check how someone else does it. Okay, no, don't. Okay, how do they do it? Wait a minute. How about that? Wait, let me Google. How about I YouTube? Okay, now I'm going to put it into ChatGPT. It's like looking for the easy button. And it's like the easy button is just getting present to whatever it is at hand. And sometimes it's not even for me to do. Sometimes it's not even, it's like, why am I doing this? Sometimes I put something ahead of something else that I really want. But I think I have to do all these things in order to do that, in order to like get to that. And when I really get present to it, I mean, when I speak about presence, it's like it's clear minded. There's nothing there. It's just being with it. And it's amazing to me how much information comes up in the moment when you get present to something. That it might be, oh, I know exactly what I need to do first. Or, oh, I I know who can help me with this, like right now. Or, oh, I don't actually need to do this. Or I don't need to do it in the way that I thought. There's just, I mean, it all boils down to there's so much thinking about something. And of course, a lot of it is like dredged up from the past or just casted out there that it's, it's going to be this or it's going to be that, or I'm not good enough. And all of this sort of gets in between. So we can say we're procrastinating, we're putting it off, we're distracting. Yeah, it's all that. It can look like all that. But really, it's just, for me personally, I scare myself with my own thinking about it. I build it up into such a big thing. that all of the thinking becomes such an obstacle to doing it. And then I avoid it. So when looking at it so simply, and of course, there's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and there was so much that was put in between me and the doing of it. And someone could have said, yeah, you're procrastinating. And honestly, I never saw it really as procrastinating. I knew that, wow, I just have so much thinking about this. And I'm afraid to just take that first step. But the thing is, and actually this is helping a little bit in that project, because the presence to it does really clear it. Because when you're present to something, there's not a lot going on in your mind. It's just really being with it. So procrastination is kind of like being absent from it in a really, well, the opposite of presence, whatever that is. Yeah, what comes up for you around that?
Well, I mean, that it is, I think it's made up, isn't it? Like we've wrapped a word around we're doing something or we're not doing it, aren't we?
Yeah.
We don't need an extra word to add heaviness to it. It's like confidence is the same, isn't it? Well, you're either doing something or you're not doing it. And so either your thinking's getting in the way or it's not getting in the way. We don't need all these extra words, do we, to add noise into the system. But it's been interesting. I've had an interesting week because I go through these phases where I'm super, what you might call on it, motivated, and I'm banging stuff out, and I'm like, ooh, I'm really like, and I love it. I don't feel I'm hustling. I'm just in this flow, and there's lots of stuff being created and lots of stuff getting done. But then, like when I was not well last week, and my energy's just been a bit kind of that's when I kind of think, oh, I'm procrastinating. But I wonder sometimes as well whether that is trying to see the difference between there's a thing to do that I've got a lot of thinking about, and then therefore I'm I can just do that big time. I mean, bookkeeping is the classic for me. I just think about bookkeeping and I come out in a rash. I mean, it's just so. But it's so funny with stuff like that, because once you actually start doing it, you just go, oh my God, all that fuss. It's only taken me half an hour to do this bit of bookkeeping. Why have I kind of put it off and put it off and put it off? So sometimes that comes up like you're describing. There's just so much thinking about a thing. I noticed it. I was going to do something a couple of Mondays ago, and I could almost see it, like the noise, the kind of, oh no, it's going to take forever, and it's a really faffy job, and blah blah blah. And then I just was able to go, nope, I'm sitting at my desk and I'm doing this thing, and I could do it. But then when my energy's like, it's seeing that sometimes we're just in a not as good place, and when my energy's low and I'm feeling a bit out of sorts, I suppose, headachy maybe, then that ability to see through the thinking just kind of, I kind of lose it. I just feel like I want to lie on the bed and read a book, really, or have a nap. But then I also think that sometimes procrastination is a past version of us deciding we're going to do so. Like we might say, right, well, I'm going to do this thing on Monday morning. And then on Monday morning, we wake up and we're really not very well, and we're not in the right headspace to do that thing, or we're not feeling good, or, whatever, we're feeling poorly, or, and then we're beating ourselves up because we're not doing that thing that we thought we should be doing. And I think it's interesting to navigate between those two places, especially at our age, when I think midlife brings a period of sensitivity and fluctuations in energy, I find, and fluctuations in mood that seem to come from who knows where, and just not feeling so good all the time, not like I did when I was younger, and I just kept going and kept going and kept going. to the point of burnout, admittedly. But but so yeah, for me, there's been something in the last few days about being okay that I'm not really doing very much, and maybe that's just a phase of the phase that I'm in. And today, actually, I've come round a little bit more, and I've found that I've got quite a lot of things done, and I feel like back in that kind of energetically feel better. So I think that can be interesting to navigate between when is it like the mind just playing tricks on us and trying to protect us from this apparently awful task like bookkeeping that's clearly going to actually kill us. You know, we just do our bookkeeping, we're gonna die. So our mind's going, oh, don't do the bookkeeping, it's so awful. And then that other side of being kind to ourselves when we perhaps are. It looks the same. It looks like procrastination, but maybe sometimes it's listening to the body and it's allowing ourselves to go, do you know what, actually today I could try and do this big task, but actually I feel pretty rubbish and I'm not going to probably do a good job of it. And it's going to take me even longer than if I just leave it a couple of days and then go back to it. And actually it might be better just having a nap and listening to a meditation or reading a book, whatever else, you know. Do you know what I mean in terms of like
Yeah. You know what sort of came up when you're speaking about that? It's like that too. It's about being really present. So even when I say present to the task, like present to whatever is coming, you know, whatever's at hand, it's really about being present to yourself. Like when you're present, I've been looking at presence a lot lately. So what I'm discovering is when I am really present, there is so much information provided, not like, wow, not like that, like offered. It's just there. So there's no overwhelm. It's not that. It's just there's so much there, and there's like my capacity to take it in or discern whatever needs to be discerned. It's like my ability oh my gosh, words are tricky. I was going to say my ability to be present. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But it's like my ability to do anything is like expands when I'm really present. And it's like quiet with no not looking for, okay, what am I going to take in? Okay, I'm going to be really present and okay, give it to me. It's not that. It's just really, it's just quieting the heck down and just allowing to just sort of, whenever I think about presence or listening or that, because they go hand in hand, in my opinion, like thought and feeling, presence and listening kind of go hand in hand. To me, it's almost like a settling back, like a sitting back, relaxing back in a nice, comfy couch or whatever, no matter where I am, even if I'm standing or walking. It's kind of like leaning or settling back. Anyway, I just see that there's so much there offered that even it may not, even if there's a task at hand that you're wanting to be present to, what might come out in that moment of presence is, oh, not this. And maybe this is a nap. Maybe this is, I just need a nice warm cup of tea and to step away from the computer. Or, away from, whatever's going on in your household or your workplace or wherever you are. Maybe I need to pull off on the side of the road and just do that. So, I didn't know that procrastination in how I'm seeing it, that kind of the antidote is presence. And isn't that kind of the antidote to everything?
Probably. And I guess the only thing we need to fall into that place is to become aware of the stories and the sensations that then come up in the body because of those stories. Like sometimes for me, I noticed it the other week when I was trying to do this thing I was describing earlier, and I just noticed there was a kind of a heavy feeling around doing I could feel almost, sometimes it feels like somebody's like sat on your chest almost. It just felt very heavy. And I was just like, what is going on here? And then I became aware that there was a lot of noise around how long the job would take and how much faffing it was. And, but then I guess exactly the same is relevant when we're navigating our own ups and downs in terms of physiologically how we're doing, and then again there's probably stories about how we're supposed to be doing things and how we shouldn't be resting, and so it's all about the same. There's that Eckhart Tolle quote about, it says something like, the moment you notice that you're not in the present moment, you will naturally fall into the present moment. And how I see that is that's because as soon as you become the one who is observing this chatter and this noise and this story, then the observation of that has to be done in the present moment, because it's what's actually happening. What's actually happening is you are thinking a lot of nonsense about something. And when you kind of become the one who's going, oh, hello, it's a bit like if you were just watching the clouds go past. You become very present because you're watching, oh, there's my future thinking about this awful task, and there's me beating myself up because I'm not doing enough, or there's whatever. And that place of observation is pure presence. Because it has to be. It's because we're just watching the thinking that's happening now, aren't we? The same way we would be watching the river flow by, or the sea, the tide come in, or whatever, places people go where they tend to feel quite present. Always next to water, I think. I've just mentioned. Yeah, but so that's all we need, really, when I say need, but that's all we need, really, is to just notice. It's that noticing.
Yeah.
That awareness that then means that presence is available. And I think then without the stories, we'll know, because that's where I find navigating between, well, is this my body really just not in a brilliant place today? Or is it this heavy feeling that comes from my mind going, oh, you don't want to do this task, it's a bit rubbish or whatever, And so, yeah, I think that all will become clear once we're present, won't it? Which of those it is, and how to then navigate through it.
Yeah.
And whether we need to do the task, or have a nap.
That's right. That's right. You'll know. It may be something totally out of your current awareness. And then when you get present to it, it's just like, oh no, it's none of that. Go here, do that. Right. And it'll feel wonderful. And you'll get it done.
And it's also really funny is when you just follow that. Like I don't often go onto Facebook, and I just ended up scrolling on Facebook, and then there's this lady I know who has a little membership for mostly for spiritual business owners, and and she posted something, and I just commented about insight time. She was saying, "Oh, what would you do with your business if social media went kaput tomorrow?" And I posted, and now I'm going to do and I just commented. I very rarely comment on anything on Facebook, but I was procrastinating. And I'm going to do a thing in her group now about insight time. So that was just like,
Nice.
well, clearly
Yeah.
I was meant to be there at that moment, passing around on Facebook. And now, that's going to be an opportunity to talk about something that I'm interested in and might help people. So
Yeah. Right on.
yeah.
Well, just like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Magical. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Hopefully that's been helpful to people, because it's such a heavy area, isn't it, of life? People beat themselves up a lot about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Feels good for now. Thanks, Claire.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, you bet. Ciao.
Bye.